It's the 3rd of January 2025. Welcome to this another edition of the press review here on Luntha television. It is a program and we should give you some of the stories that have been published in our daily papers, The Nation, but of course the Daily Times, just to give you a picture of what is going around in Malawi, but of course across the world. So this morning you're with me, Brenda Mansa, and I'm joined by my colleague
Rashida Matandika.
Good morning,
Good morning
Rashida.
to you.
Yeah, so maybe you can start the show on the front page of The Nation. I'll be telling you what has been published in the Daily Times.
Alright, so on the Nation newspaper, the front page is carrying the first story saying reality check. Chakwera finds that political pragmatism can trump common sense on cabinet picks, but others say they are disappointed. This story has been written on the second page where it says Chakwera faces reality check on promises. Back in 2014, where in the heart of leader of opposition in parliament, President Lazarus Chakwera thought a lean cabinet with its size legislated was the best way to go. Fast forward to a decade later, serving as president, political realities have forced him to expand the size of his cabinet to the disappointment of some stakeholders, including Public Affairs Committee. So I'll run to the fast forward to the other paragraphs. In the run-up to 2019 tripartite elections, sparked presidential candidates, and each one of them, including Chakwera as MCP torchbearer, committed to 19 promises, including a lean cabinet of between 14 and 20 members. So now it has backfired. We have seen that the reshuffle that has just happened on the 1st of January this year, 2025, has just come up with 31 cabinet members. He believed by then that he can lead the country with 14 to 20 members. Now we have seen that no, those were just common sense back then, but now common sense is no longer common to him.
And actually, if you check the time that he was making such sentiments, at least we can say economy was, I think, better off than today.
Exactly.
Because, having 31 members then was at least better than now. I think this is the time that he just had to implement that thought that he had that time, to say less than 20 members.
Actually,
even 10 members.
Yes, actually that's why they say we criticize things that we are not aware of. Until we wear those shoes, we feel that okay, so it's not as easy as I was thinking. So it has backfired.
Others are also anyway, there are a lot of criticisms out there to say, I think the cabinet reshuffle is a missed opportunity. It's just there to take away or government will spend much on paying these members of the new cabinet. Looking at 31 members and our economy that's far away, there is a gap that we cannot afford. And actually looking at some ministries are directly linked. Minister of Education. These are
the Minister of Higher Education.
Higher Education and Basic Education. You mean these are departments within the Ministry of Education.
After the elections that are once of there unike so kuti bange bwanje. Komano mbali ina mwina utakumaona so kuti maybe he had to plan it kuti easy and chonchikoze kuona kuti tikubwera ku campaign. And we had this issue imene yakhala ikubweretsa ndithu mapokoso with the Minister of Defense being still in his position after that plane crash. Nde mwina the strategy yoti anthu akhulupirire kuti the president amaunika kaye kuti agwiritse ntchito njira iti mwina kupatula that commission of inquiry anali busy so nayenso pansi kupanga investigation yake ndewaona kuti pa investigation yanga nditaona mwina the Minister of Defense is no longer needed potengera that incident.
Ndizimene inakukamba kuna kuti mwina pazifanga zimenezo komanso ku Homeland Security kwasuntha kulitsa mwina ndizokhazo. But now when you look at the other aspects of the cabinet itself, water is a mineral, natural resource. there are minerals, there are natural resources. You can talk of energy coming from water, from the like. You can just conclude that it's a part of the natural resources.
Then let's just conclude that my advisor and president are not doing a good job.
This not tell about my advisor they are doing a good job, but the one listening has to make, even if the advisor sana a direction, but as long as you are a leader, you can make a tangible decision on your own, no matter what. Whether you are capable to lead, you can reverse that advice. So no matter what, these other sections that have been created in the cabinet, I believe, number one, when about agriculture, the ministry but still more, in my understanding, you can even check the president himself had to appear before Parliament. He was reading it. My response is, someone else, analemba, kuliba fuso abwana mugawe ingezi. Ankawelenge, munaso even himself was shocked that wherever is it, the crew be church. So there is someone who said he was mastermind that okay, but still more as a leader you can make a decision. Secondly, as cabinet ministers, they have principal secretaries, they have directors. Kwambiri ndamena ma technocrats. Ndi yongo igabo ya minister. Yongo igabo zambira makasa uzidziwa minister. Amakasa uzidziwa zinthu zimene amakhala kutuza kulankhula zambira makhala auzira. Bwana magetsi akhala kuvuta pa zifukwa zawo ndiye muruze dziko kuti pali izi. Not kuti yeye pa ekhawadziwa zinthu ziti. So even the minister, example, Minister of Education, will have even a single minister to lead the whole institution. Director of basic education, director of higher education. Don't go belega upungu wa minister. Okay, madam or sir, basic education will easy. Higher education will this. Could you not orient, but mukungu wa photocopy to update WhatsApp jwa pano zitimotere ana ku higher education wambira kubwezedwa fees awone kutavutika muna mutaisa kulampa ndi institution abwerekera ku natural resources natural resources kukhani ma department of water, department of climate change, department of actually any general natural resources.
Chabwino Brennan tikayangana kuti ntchito zimene zikuzigawa kwake ndi mmene zinthu zidzachitikira tiyeni tinene kuti no amalawi okha akuona mmene tikukambira kuti no apapa mtsogoleri mwina mwake yekhaza muvuta kuti apange chisankho ungakhale kuti ali ndi alangizi komanso ngati alangizi akulephera komanso ngati pali anthu ena abe amene mwina mwake akumamuuza zinthu kumaona kuti ayi mutati mwapanga motere iye nkumakhulupirira ndiuliziye tiyeni noti asiye amalawi aona zokwanira mchaka cha 2024 aona zambiri mchaka cha 2024 zimene aliyense zimuthandize kupanga chani chisankho muneyo aona kuti muna ndi njira yabwino yoti itiperekeze kuchisankho komano amalawi aliyense akakhala pakhomo pake mmene akumvera mmene akuonera akamapanga chiganizo apangiso yekha poonera ndi mmene zinthu zikuyendera.
And sadly I think yombali alangizi you're not so sure kuti pali ma commission yake na kazikitsa I think 2023 102 mapito imene muli akatsiwa za chuma oti nditwazithandiza kubereka upangiri kuti tingapange tingakonze banji ndinero za chuma tingateteze banji chuma
usaiwale Bernard kuti suluma cha kumene chimakujetsa ngati wewe usaiwala
turning our thoughts chakwera on economic performance. That's another story that is appearing in the national the Day Times on the 4th page. We can be talking about that cabinet issue. A lot of people are still talking about that, but I think the truth remains the same. People are seeing and watching what is happening, and they're the ones to make proper judgments based on what is happening in the country. So, on this story, it partly reads, former president and leader of the opposition, Democratic Progressive Party, Peter Mutharika, has accused the Lazarus administration of failing to address economic challenges besetting the country. Speaking during a tour of Malanje, Palombe and Chirazuru districts, Mutarika cited the rising cost of basic goods as evidence of economic malaise. At Mugoi Trading Center in Palombe, Mutarika told people that he was the only one who could reverse the situation.
Ine chimene ndikuona apa ndishonena kuti anthu feti mangusowa mgwirizano. Inde chifukwa chonena kuti kumakhala kukhumudwa kamachoka pampando paja apena paliponse ukakhala kuti zinthu sizikuyendera makhala kukhumudwa ndiye you believe kuti ine ndamene ndingasinthe zinthu. Koma mwina nthawi ina kuti adzati kuti nokotalowa mtsogoleri wina atsogolere nacha ndikuona kuti munthu yutu ndiye akugwetsa dzikoli. If they really have the welfare of people kuti no amazika patsogolo onse aja kungotolera tsiku lina kuti ase timafuna tikuyendereko tidzacheze nawe ase inde tikudziwa kuti uli ndi ma advisor ako tikudziwa kuti uli ndi anthu awo amene akuthandizira cabinet yako ndiyodzaza koma ifeyo ngati atsogolera anzako amene tinakhalapo apapa timafuna tikuthandiza tayendetsa chinthu motere chimanje and uyu asazitenge manegalive amene akulamulayo koma azitenge positive kungochipange chinthu chija kukumana anthu ndithu nkukambirana kuti other than going out kumapanga marale osiyana nkumaganiza kuti ene nditakukonza izizi ndizongotipanga confuse anthu tizingopezeka kuti tikubweretsa anthu otino nthawi ina anati lamulirako sizinaende nkumaganiza kuti mwina tibwerere ku Egypt kuja.
Alright, in case you're just joining us, this is the press review here on Luntha Television. It is a program in which we give you some of the stories that have been published in our daily papers. Today we have the Nation, but of course the Daily Times, and we are almost getting to a close of this show. Maybe you have another
Yes, I
story.
have this one on front page. I'm not leaving the front page until I read this story.
Okay.
Farmers approach watered maize plants. Frustrated by the prolonged dry spells that have left their crops dry, some farmers in the country have started uprooting their maize in the hope of replanting should rains start in earnest. Most of the affected farmers are those who planted their crops with the first rains in November and December, while others planted for the second time in mid-December 2024. It's so sad. We're talking of the seed being at 35,000 in most areas. And now people have already planted twice. Ndipo minda yao yomunaso ndikulu yoti yofuna 10 kgs ndikuti per 10 kg anthu kugula mbewu 70,000 ndikuti adzala kawiri aononga 140,000 and now they have to replant. So sad. Ndingotira pomwe pomwe kuti it's sad.
It's really sad. Alright, moving on to the back page of the Daily Times, election mode. Positions up for grabs in regional bodies. That's the main sports story on the back page of the Daily Times. New office bearers are this month expected to take up positions in regional football associations that are affiliated to the Football Association of Malawi, FAM. The regional bodies will be going to the polls over a year after FAM elections that saw the affiliates replacing Water and Landu with Fleetwood Higher. The polls also saw FAM's first and second vice presidents being voted out in favor of new office bearers.
Alright, let me take my last story. Athletics body predecessors crash over handovers. Athletics Malawi President Kondwani Jamala has described his committee's first year in office as challenging because their predecessors did not make handovers. He said the situation forced them to purchase other office materials. Jamala made the remarks on Wednesday during the opening of the association's annual general meeting in Lilongwe. He said, "We faced a lot of challenges despite making a few strides. Our predecessors are yet to hand over assets to us and we have struggled a lot to operate the office." When contacted, former AAM General Secretary Frank Chitembeya could not be reached. However, former AM President Godfrey Pili in an interview denied the allegations. So we cannot say this is new. We have seen that most committees, when they are leaving offices, they do not make handovers. And that's why most of the departments, most of the committees, this is not able to grow. You already have documented materials and zinthu zijasima kuzipeza mu office.
Even the ministers omwewa we don't know ngalamba kandi ma proper.
You see? Chifukwa wina akuchoka ali frustrated azivanga handover nenda.
Maga muna bola oti asunta unduna koma ota ashoti.
Ndio uone iwe wakwiya uyambira mene zajirikira pa wani jamora
because then babagira kumali kuno sizopweka kuti
ndabikira zinene kuichare mwe chitika pa 1 January. That was too much. That was a heartbreak, I say. Ebere jayo lo handover uyambira bati chifukwa ndichifukwa zimabezeka kuti no anthu sakudziwa kuti okhendinga ditirize ntchito iyi sakudziwa kuti aba banali challenge yanji kuti tikonze ndizovuta
maso akoyambira. Alright, so Wanderers Reserve and Junior Luntha Derby rights iwo agonjetsa Bullets Reserve 1-0 ndithu nakondo ako kangapo konsakhala akugwa manja mwa Bullets Reserve mayi asangala mwabe muli jimene adali basi pa Bullets imeneyo. So ondi masewera ayino mtamene nachitika dzulo pali nkhani zambiri zimene mungathe kuilenga ngati mwayi muli nawo mukhonza kugula lepa lanu pa mtengo wa 2000 kwacha ili yonse sana akweze yayi
tisatero nation anakweza iba 2500 kwacha
koma at times in the 2000 kwacha nation 2500 kwacha because ubeza lepa lanu kuti muilenge nkhani zonse kutikase ufuna kuma vacancy amabezekaso kali zamalonda asibabezekaso ndithu mapepa nakata amenewa. Lero mwali ndine Mbrena Dimwanza ndimzanga
Rashida Matandika
titokoze Scott mwasi pamakina amene tonongula zonse kuti zikufikire muno lomwe tikufuna zakuna zonse pamene mukupitiriza kuona maprogram athu osiyanasiyana. Lero lachisanu ndi weekend ndithu kupita ku weekend ndikhulupirira mbiri mwana ndi mudi ya nyuwere ayi tizene kusangalala koma responsibly makoma nosizipo.
Digital technology is taking over the world. Trends are changing every day. For the latest technology updates, reviews of tech gadgets, exclusive interviews,